Why do you have so many comic books?
I don't have that many.
Lawson, we can't see. We're practically buried in comics.
Longbeard Carl has twice as much.
Okay, first of all, you just compared yourself to Longbeard Carl.
Well,
And secondly, why are they all here?
John was kind enough to let me store my comics in his basement. But I've decided it was time to maybe purge a few titles from my comic book collection.
Guys, you're on the air.
Oh, hey. My
Sorry,
bad.
everyone. Sorry. Hey, welcome to the So-and-So Show. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Lawson, the one with the comic book problem.
I didn't say you had a comic book problem. I just didn't know you had so many comics. I mean, this collection is huge.
Oh, this is not my entire collection. This is just A through B. You see this box right here?
No, I can't see.
In this box is the entire 103-issue run of Anton the Overly Angry Aardvark.
Oh, that sounds...
He's so angry.
Yeah, I bet. But, you know, we're not here to talk about comics today. We're here to talk about our stuff and how we're supposed to manage it.
Do you want to know what comic that reminds me of?
No, I don't. I really don't.
I'm gonna tell you anyways. It's called The Bank Manager. He balances ledgers.
Please just roll the intro.
Are you sure you don't want to read Bubbles, the Pink Rhino? It's really sad.
Is that because he realizes he's the last pink rhino?
What? No, it's because he has a purple mustache and everybody makes fun of him for it.
Oh. That is sad. Today we have a guy on the show who knows his stuff about managing stuff because that's what he does for a living.
Really? You can get paid for that?
Yeah, people probably ask you the same question.
True. Bring him out.
This is Tony, and he's the equipment manager for the Oakleaf Grizzlies.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What you got there?
Well, just something.
Thank you.
Cool. You know, I've always said we needed head protection on this set.
Yeah, I think it may be a little late for you.
What?
Nothing. So, Tony, what does a football equipment manager actually do?
Football team is made up of a lot of moving parts. My job is to make sure all those moving parts have what they need to work together as a single team.
Hey, Tony, I think you might want to take a look at this tin shop. I think it's broken.
Here, let me take a look.
Seems defective.
So you probably spend a lot of your time repairing broken equipment, is that right?
Yep. Yeah, we're only given a limited budget. And, you know, part of my job is learning how to use what we've been given in the best way.
So what do you think is the best way to use the equipment that you've given us today?
Well, football equipment is meant to play football with. But I bet if we put our heads together, we could figure out another game we could play.
I know just the one. Full contact Jenga is simple. You play Jenga while your opponent repeatedly hits you in the head with this. The person that knocks down the tower loses. Tony, will you be our referee? Make sure nobody hits each other's arms, hands, or the actual tower.
You bet.
Mouthpiece is in.
Let's do this. I've waited my whole life to beat you in this.
Bring it. No! Oh! Ow!
Try me. I'm gonna do this. Is that legal?
Think you hit it.
I think I won. I think I heard I win.
I think it's a tie. We'll call it a tie.
Thank you, Tony, for taking the time out of your schedule to come talk to us.
No problem.
And now a word from Longbeard Carl. That's his favorite comic book.
Good to know.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be interrupted when he's reading.
So we've talked to an equipment manager about what he does with the stuff he's been given. So I think it's time to hear from Kellen and what God might say on the subject.
Ooh, do you know what the Bible story is about?
Yeah, I think it's the parable of the talents today.
Oh, good, because that's always been a struggle.
What's been a struggle?
Having so many talents and just having to manage all these talents. See what I have to deal with?
I'm sorry. He said, no.
Are you done?
Yes. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not that kind of talent. That's not what we're talking.
Are you sure? Because I have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just ask Suri.
Fine.
Hilarious.
Suri, are you there?
How may I help you, Lawson, the mighty and all-powerful?
Oh no. You don't have to. You don't have to call me that. We talked about that.
But you programmed me to address you as Lawson, the mighty and all-powerful.
Just Lawson. Just Lawson. Don't call me that in front of other people.
Sorry, I could not understand you.
Never mind. I just want to know what the talents are from the Bible.
Checking. If you are referring to the parable of the talents.
Yes, that's the one.
The talent was one of several ancient units of mass with a corresponding weight of precious metal, usually gold. Greeks, Egyptians, and Babylonians all had their version of the talent with its own weight. A single heavy talent used in New Testament times was 58.9 kilograms, which is worth a ridiculous amount of money in today's currency.
So a talent is money.
That's what I just said.
Yes, you did. Thanks, Suri.
No problem, Brandon, you handsome man.
Okay, that's enough of Suri. Thank you.
Did she just carry you?
No. Kellen, let's hear this parable of the talents, please.
You don't have to yell, you handsome man.
Stop that. Stop it. Where are you?
Oh, well, since we're talking about using what we've been given this month, I'm in my attic. And it's full of really cool stuff, but it's just going to waste up here. So I'm going to put it to good use. Look at this hat. It fits perfect.
Did you just tell the story?
Oh, okay, no problem. So Jesus told the parable of a rich man who was getting ready to leave on a long business trip. Before he left, he called for his 3 servants. Yo, servants! Servant 1, servant 2, servant 3. To the one, he gave $5,000 money. And to another, he gave 2,000 bucks. And to the third one, he gave $1,000 bills. So, that's 500. And then this is the other 500. $1,000 bills. Then he left. Oh. Front flip! Ugh. And after a long absence, the businessman, he returned. At once, he called for his 3 servants. Yo, servants! Well, the first one, where he gave him $5,000, he showed up and he said, Master, look how I doubled your money. More money! The businessman was pumped. Dude, way to go! From now on, you're gonna be my business partner. They danced the night away. All right. The next servant with $2,000 showed up, and he had also doubled his master's money. The businessman was pumped again. Dude, way to go! From now on, you're gonna be my business partner too. And they danced the night away. All right. Now, the servant who was given $1,000 bills, well, he showed up and he said, Master, I know you're a good businessman and expect the best. I was afraid I might disappoint you, so I hid your money instead. Here it is, safe and sound to the last cent. The businessman was furious. That's no way to live. If you knew I expected the best, why did you do less than the least? So the businessman took the $1,000 bills and he gave it to the one who had risked the most, the horse. And he got rid of the servant who was afraid to take a risk. Roundhouse kick. Ugh. The end.
Wow, great parable, Kellen. Thanks.
No problem. But I think I'm gonna have to have a yard sale. Hope to see you guys there.
Will do. See you then. So I think the point is that everything that we're given, and I mean everything, belongs to God. So we have to take care of it. But we can't be afraid to use what He's given us either.
Or else we get tossed across the attic.
Yes.
Yes.
No. If we don't use what He's given us, we can miss the chance to change the world we live in.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So my question for you, Lawson, and for all of you out there is,
Reveal the question!
how can you best use your things?
Well, I'm sure I can use these comics better instead of putting them all in boxes and hiding them in John's basement for no one to see. I'm sorry, yes, Longbeard Carl, you do read them sometimes, but what I'm saying is there is so much more that I could be doing with my stuff.
Well said, Lawson. Well said. Is he gone?
Uh-huh.
Thank you guys for checking out this week's So-and-So show.
You know what? I could do a Saturday morning read-a-thon where people bring their pets and I read to them. I've got the perfect comic for it. Ready? It's called Fuzzball. It's about this ginormous gerbil named Fuzz.
Uh-huh.
She can turn herself into a giant ball and squish you flat.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
You're purging some of these comics, right?
Some of them,
Okay.
not all of them.